to the Viewer News. Tonight, in the pet section of your daily news, we bring a very special event for all viewers.
Necessary because they are our friends and faithful company. But what do we do when don't have space or time to have a dog or a cat?
Well, Laura, today I bring the solution to the viewer, because nowadays people have chosen to have another diversity of pets. But about the birds, of the fish? Well, then viewers, today we are going to talk about the fish, golden fish or goldfish, or better known as dancers. We bring you this description and a nutritional manual. Some of it is in which you can get if you want to have these wonderful pets.
That's right. In today's note, we will talk about the golden fish that children like so much. But first, we will talk a little about some interesting facts about these peculiar pets. So let's start. They are native to Southeast Asia, belong to the family of Cyprinus. Its distribution in the world is wide. It is considered a warm water fish due to its great environmental adaptability. Its diet is very varied, which included everything from vegetations and different to terrestrial insects. They are social, so they are usually found in small groups. The females lay eggs that adhere to the vegetation and hatch 2 or 3 days later. They have rapid growth and optional conditions. They also reach the sexual maturity quickly. They have a life expectancy in captivity between 5 and 10 years. They can differentiate certain shapes, colors, sounds, and smells, and they can remember associations for years.
Goldfish auratus or the auratus of the Caracciol is a large freshwater fish that was originally native to China. It is believed that their ancient ancestor was the Chinese car Crucian and the Prussian car frogs. Then came the different goldfish mutation. Goldfish is one of the oldest domesticated fish in the world because a record of the colorful fish has been found that they came in boats as early as the 5th century AD. And by the 7th century they were kept in transparent containers to show their bright colors. During the Song dynasty, the domestication of colored fish was firmly established, where they were kept in ceramic vases, and in 1173 the Emperor of the Song dynasty ordered the construction of a pond to calling the red and gold variety, but only the imperial family have the ring to kill goldfish of the gold variety yellow, and the option it was forbidden to have it there. But in the 20th century, it is where the first varieties go on. The goldfish are obtained. After that, the Japanese are the interests and Beijing, and the again in Koriyama. This watchery has been operating forever 5 years and is the most popular in the world. During the 11th, 20, the death fears they were hit present in the South Europe. Europe took their metal skeletons moved especially in England, Portugal, Holland, and the France became fashion to guide the white or green because they were attributed gold, look, and Portuguese. It became a tradition for marrying the moon's guy. They with Goldfish of the 5th anniversary as the symbols of the prosperous years took common. And big end of the 19th century, Goldfish arrived in the unique status where it gained the green popularity. In this country, where the only 100% American golfing is believed the common. Today, brief for various countries the seek to create unique variety which will take something to be recognized with the number of the goldfish companies around the world being the same responsible for dictating the parameters with the quality of the fish.
Now, we will talk about the characteristics of the species. We will start with the taxonomy classification of it. The golden fish is from kingdom Animalia, philo Chordata, class Actinopterygidae, order Cypriniformes, family Cyprinidae, genus Carassius, species C. auritus. The dimension this exotic species has an approximate length about 30 centimeters and maximum around 45 centimeters and 2 kilograms for weight. Although aquarium species rarely reach these dimensions, the mouth is small and terminal and, unlike other things without sensory chins, the dorsal fin is elongated, slightly concave with a small crest in the initial part and soft shapes. It has between 25 and 35 lines. The pelvic fins are short and wide and have a wide and short peduncle that depresses the large flow. The body is short and strong looking, with a triangular head and no scales. The colors of this species range from monochromatic in black, red, gold, bluish, mate, and albino, and to bicolor or those with the presence of spots. There is also in a period of color transition in which it changes, called panda, in which fronts it varies between a brown greenish and a brown gold, but also in the golden fish, characteristics that make up three types of basic aspects that are metallic. The fish have a bright color similar to a metal object, so they reflect the light, due the presence of white in its colors. The second aspect is matte. These fish lack scales, so there is nothing that reflects the light in them, and that is why they are matte. And the last aspect is the pearly, which is combination of the two previous aspects in random proportions, which produce a reflexive and non-reflective scale in the same dancer fish. Like a cyclid fish usually have a variety of colors, including the combination of them. Among these are orange, red, black, white, yellow, brown, the colorful blue dancer. Fish are also color combinations such as black and red, black and white, red and white, and black and blue. Finally, the golden fish have two types of among which are the normal eyes, the eyes of telescope, which are those that are mounted on top of cone on each side of the head, the celestials, which are very similar to telescopes and have the same function, but point up, also included are the bubble eyes, which are like the normal eyes type of fish and are distinguished by large fluid-filled sacs and from on each side of the face, specifically under each eye of the dancing fish.
In the wild, goldfish are omnivorous. Feed on aquatic plants, fish eggs, insect, crustaceans, and even other smaller fish. As pet, goldfish are omnivorous, but the menu changes slightly. But what changes more important is that the amount of food they consume directly affects the quality of the water and therefore the fish themselves. Overfeeding is a serious problem that ends up causing the death of many goldfish. For best results, feed them 2 or 3 minutes once or twice a day. Any food that's enough eating will sink to the bottom of the tank, decompose and contaminate the water. The metabolism of goldfish slows down accelerates depending on temperature of the water. So if the water is colder, the fish may not even need to eat as often. Goldfish food contains less protein and more carbohydrates than other fish foods. It is advisable to use feeds formulated specifically for goldfish. However, some foods for goldfish are better than others. For example, flakes, as soon as they reach the water, the scales begin to leach their ingredients, which can lead to water quality problems. The fish also end up eating of a lot of air when eating them. Goldfish feed naturally at the bottom and can swallow air when they feed on the surface, causing them to lose their balance and fall backwards. Pellets provide all the nutrients that goldfish needs. They have a lot of protein, fat, and a very little fiber. The type of sinking pellets are ideal. Keep in mind that the flakes begin to lose nutritional value as soon as they open, while the pellets maintain their nutritional value much better.